Okay, it's recording.
Awesome. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Sister Chick Wackiness. I am Whitney, and this is my sister chick, Tracy. And we're just here to share a little bit about things that we find to be fun, things that are helpful in relating to our friends and our family, and just good times, and share about our faith as well. Um, we think we're hilarious and we just want to share that with the world just
We
because
are. We're hilarious.
right
Together,
now
we are hilarious.
is a weird time, right? And a part of being in weird times is trying to figure out what to do with it, because it is certainly one for the books, and keeping up with all the things that have happened in our 20 years of hanging out has always been fun. And you really enjoy doing some journaling to keep up with stuff, and you're pretty creative with that stuff. Do you want to share a little bit about your
I am, and it'll move my. Let me switch.
you gotta move your camera around?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it propped up.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
fancy.
Well, no, not. Well, I'm on my computer, so. But
Okay. I'm on my
there,
first cup of coffee because I finally got a chance to make one.
today I'm in Louisiana. That's my destination. I love, like, when I wake up on Saturdays and Sundays and I make my coffee. I'm by myself and get my news shows on for the weekend. And I'm like, where do I want to go today? Like in my own, mind.
Right.
And so today I'm in Louisiana.
Feeling a little Cajun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feeling a little occasion. Oh yeah, we had the best.
Tacos.
Cheated a little bit, just a little, because my Tom had surgery on his thumbs, and so
I'm sorry, that's not funny, but
it's not. And he was so weird about it because he was awake for the whole thing,
it seems so painful.
and they talked about the Mandalorian, and the doctor used to live in our subdivision with us. We didn't know.
Oh,
He has since moved. He moved in July, but he lived a couple doors down because he recognized our lane
address.
number.
Yeah,
Yeah, he recognized
it's
our
a pretty unique
unique.
road.
Yeah. Um, and so, having been at the hospital all morning and part of the afternoon, so I went to get everybody street tacos from this I think it's called China Express. It's a
Yes,
Chinese restaurant, and it has the best street tacos. But
that's
their
amazing.
sauce is a homemade sauce, and it is hot, but it is flavorful and good. I mean,
Yeah,
it is just good.
we had
And
great
um,
taqueria in
so
Atlanta.
I've got an extra large to go. So we were dipping stuff in it.
Sorry,
Um,
I didn't mean to give you two thumbs up.
I know I've been using the emojis for him. I've been doing 2 thumbs up all day. But
And
he's
did he
doing.
get it from gaming too much? Because I mean,
They
trigger
they
finger
thought
in your thumbs.
they thought. Well, my mom had trigger finger in her ring finger.
I've had it in my index fingers, like true trigger finger.
Yeah,
But
yeah. There's something with one of the muscles or the
oh,
tendon that
declaring.
that controls, and so it just happens. But I guess guitar players get it a lot. But we're weird, so we'll get it another finger that everybody else will get it the ring finger or the pinky
Yeah,
finger, but we'll get it, in a.
yeah. Well, Zoe had declaring tendonitis from playing her French horn,
Mm-hmm.
and that's that right there. And she did all kinds of physical therapy for it, but it was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were going to tell us about your journal.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. So that was Louisiana by way of spice, and so you got to know what we had for dinner. So anyway, my one that I'm on my last month of bullet journaling, um, is in the car because I was working on it while because I had to sit in the car and wait on Tom, which is actually more comfortable than waiting in the waiting room.
Oh, I know.
So, I mean, I had my seat warmer, I had my music, so I was like, decked out.
You
And
were a happy girl. You were in your
I
happy
was,
place.
I was because seat warmers are so underrated. It was rainy and cold here, and my seat warmer was just my best friend yesterday.
You're
It was,
preaching to the choir.
yeah. So anyway, this is my journal for, I don't know which way to go, for 2020. And most people do theirs like a month at a time because I'm in a couple of different groups. And but because I use mine for a calendar as well for my daily stuff and tracking family stuff, um, I wanted to do it for the whole year, get it set up because I liked how I had mine set up this year
Yeah.
and it worked well. And so I've done 5 months um, pre-planning because with my job. But anyway, this is my inside color, and it is just washi tape.
That's so fun.
And I actually did it on sticker sheet, and then I put the sticker sheet in here.
Oh,
Other people
that's smart.
they do it on a piece of paper and then they glue it in instead of doing it on here. Um, and then I've used a piece of
Vellum? No.
well,
Acetate.
acetate. And this is I cut them out on my Cricut.
2021.
You
Can't wait for a new year.
I have my key, my legend,
Yes.
with different things, and then this is going to be an all about me page, and I just sketched it out. Haven't really done anything. And then what's on this page? Oh, I'm putting the cleaning schedule. I have one in my other one of what needs done monthly, what needs done
Yeah.
quarterly, and stuff like that. And then you color it in and track it. And then
I have good thoughts of that. I send it good vibes.
And then I have my
practical doing.
Yeah, I have my 2021 goals. There's specific goals I want to accomplish in 2021, so I'll keep track of them there. Let's see. This is my life bucket list.
Yay, bucket list.
Look, my reading list. Because I've actually in 2020, I've read some stuff. I don't normally keep track, but I've read a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you've read a lot of Brene Brown.
Actually, in 2019, I don't think I've read any new ones in 2020 of Brene Brown. Okay. With having Tori on remote and helping her with her reading in English, they were doing short stories, and they were like the Edgar Allan Poe type, but they weren't him. But they were, and I'm like,
Lovecraft and all that.
I would read them to help her, to help her in her assignments. But this is kind of a quarterly on each page, 3 months on each page, kind of date calendar to mark out some specific dates. And then there's a spread for birthdays that I want to remember. And then I put a new page because I've tried a lot of different coffees this year, so I wanted to keep track of my favorite coffees. And then my favorite teas. My office mate she drinks tea. She doesn't do any, and she has had some very unique teas. And so one that I hadn't.
I would agree with that.
And then my title pages for each month. I just use stickers that I had from a planner box and things from my Cricut. But instead of
when you are looking to buy those supplies, like you said, a planner box, what do you look for?
Well, I think it was in 2018. I did a a actual planner box subscription.
Oh,
Um,
that's
I
fun.
had I did that for myself with Christmas money. And so every month there was a pen, paper, stickers,
Yeah.
different things. I was really interested in the pens that came every month.
You like your pens. Zoe
That's
likes
my
them too. She
passion.
loves her
My passion
pens.
is pen. But like
And
this, the and it came with washi tape,
yeah.
and it was kind of themed. Um, but sometimes it wasn't. If you weren't a thematic person, like it
Hmm.
wasn't all hearts for February. It
Right.
was, but you
Right.
could, because maybe the color scheme. Um,
Is
and
that
I did.
you got the Beautiful Mess subscription that I did that for you?
Oh, that was different. That was more craft, but you could do it in because I still have used
Yeah.
the stamp.
I love
Um,
that stuff.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I still had stuff left. But
Hmm.
like the stickers and stuff, I did this. I didn't have a whole month showing in 2020 in this
Oh,
year's.
okay.
And so that was something different that I added. Um, and then this is what a week will look like. So
Okay.
I kind of did something different with the times, because I noticed that this year I would sometimes have a webinar or an appointment,
Hmm.
and I would write in, 10 o'clock. Well, then that was at the top, but I would have an 8:30. And so I'd have to write it in after, and they weren't in. And I like things chronological. But then on the
Right.
side, and my other one, I have one of those little print things that print sticker pictures. And so there's a lot of,
Oh, okay.
um, I have a lot of memories. I would take pictures and then print them out,
Yeah.
um, and put them in. But at the end of the month, oh, I keep track of, this is my sleep tracker. I do that. I keep track of about when I fall to sleep. And I know almost when I fall to sleep, because if you have texted me, I
Hmm.
can look the last time I texted you and when you text me, and I know that I fell asleep between
Yeah.
then. And
Yeah.
and then I have a mood tracker, and I draw different things and then have a key to the different
Yeah.
colors. And then this is what my expense looks like.
Yeah.
The fixed, fluctuating, miscellaneous, and then, other. And then I also
Okay.
have a watch list, because of COVID, and when I was sheltering at home for the 1 week that I sheltered at home. And then on the weekends, I keep track of what seasons I watch of something, of what
Right.
I've watched, and if I liked it or not. And then sometimes I have specific goals. So this is my
Hmm.
January goals. And then I added this, January memories, to put the pictures. Oh, I'm sorry. To put the pictures, and to journal what was maybe, what I wanted to remember that
Right.
particular month. And then I just go on to the next month. So every month, um, I like that layout. That's the layout that I used um, this year, but I would do different layouts for every week.
Right.
And and I'm like, you know what? I don't need that. I just need one thing that works for me. And so,
Yeah.
but I'm trying this. This is a Stalogy, an Stalogy notebook, and it's a A5. I like the A5 size.
Okay.
Um, and it has, you can't see it, but it has the boxes.
Oh, right. Right. Right.
Um, and then I don't know what it has, something written, but I'm so old I can't see that without glasses on. And but it's been the paper quality is, I don't know, it's so smooth, but
Yeah.
it's thin, so there's some ghosting. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind that. But I noticed that I have done a lot of things that I wanted to remember
Mm-hmm.
this year, um,
Right.
as
Weird
opposed to,
you.
yeah, I always did write in my calendar. I was
Mm-hmm.
using Erin Condren, but that was more for keeping statistics and
Yeah.
um, things that I had to keep track of, and memorable things would be written in there.
Yeah.
But I noticed doing this type of bullet journal that I was keeping track of a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that worked. And I could go back, like with my shoulder. Um,
And
when,
tell when the paint
yeah,
dried.
when they would ask me, I'd be like, well,
Yeah.
let me just give you a snapshot. On this
Yeah.
night, I was awake from 3 on, or whatever, and it hurt, really bad. Or
I would die. I would
yeah,
die.
yeah.
It's
So,
happened. I leave at 3:30 in the morning sometimes for work, so I'm trying to see if I can show in my journal. I'm a junk journal person. I mean, like it's bad. It's really bad. But the journal I have right now doesn't really show that much of it. I do have some old like traveler's notebooks. Um, hang on just a second, because they're kind of cool.
oh, I like your bedspread or your
Oh,
comforter.
yeah. We've got all kinds of stuff in this here, Hizzy. Um, good grief, I have a lot of these. Okay. So when it comes to planners,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I mean by being a junk journaler.
Oh no, that's if I had mine up here, that's exactly. I washi
And
tape
see,
stuff in.
like we had an event, and here's pictures of me and the kids. And I had a little card with memory information from that event. Um, this is 2018-19. Oh, this is one of my favorites.
Oh.
Come here, little guy. There's a gnome stuck in the pocket. But anyway, I love him. And I just have little things throughout the season. Like, we had a hot cocoa night. And so I just did a little clip. And
Mhm.
then, and it opens so I can write on the back of it too. And I know when we did it. And oh, Louisiana.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh,
from
that
what I did Shreveport.
they had the best king cake.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of Louisiana, this is your girl.
Oh yeah,
It was
that
so
was,
good.
oh my gosh.
It was so good. I know. And
And
then
when
like got tickets from going to plays with Zoe, and um, I have stuff from the hospital, of course, because I feel like I spend my life there. Um, and then like before we moved, we went to Hervey Cays, which is like a famous place in Shreveport for getting crawfish and stuff. So
do you eat
yeah,
crawfish?
and
Okay,
then
I didn't think so.
I can
Keisha.
have shrimp poi, but pour a shrimp po' boy. I'll get it out in a second. And I love boudin, but I don't do.
Uh,
I don't buy. I don't like.
Keisha could eat
I don't suck it.
crawfish for days. For
No,
days.
no, no. That's not me. But so that's like how I do mine now.
Hmm.
And um then, oh, look, it's my daddy from high
Oh,
school. That's my dad's senior picture. And
oh,
then this is a picture of me with my mama.
oh.
That's me.
I can tell.
Chubby little me. Anyway, these were in a project I was working on. But I was trying to keep my Bible reading in
Hmm.
one as a
Yeah.
tracker. And so I was doing my scripture writing and like doing little add-in pages and that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
I'm trying to find, I had a really great one for Advent one year. And this, well, this is part of it. Um, so here's the cover. And then inside are at the front of them, I always put like a little pocket so that I
Hmm.
could put little stickers and things. Like here's
Hmm.
some stickers that you made those. And anyway, and then there's some journaling and some um the like here's sermon notes from that Sunday at church. Um and just little different things. I love the old patterns.
Oh, yeah.
And then here is um, a quote from one of them. The heart of the righteous leader who seeks to honor God is focused on helping the poor and needy, seek justice, love mercy. A ribbon throughout all of scripture. And then I just kind of did like a
Oh, nice.
ribbon kind of thing. I'm
Hmm.
not incredibly artistic,
I'm
but
not.
I really do enjoy doing some of these things. And I was doing a Happy Mail exchange with a girl from Poland, and so she sent this to me. Yeah, and then here's some other stuff. Sermon notes. Again, I like to. Oh, this is from my nephew. I had totally forgotten that he painted that for me.
Oh.
I do a lot of fun things with
See,
auto apparently.
that's why I like, because I think that one day my kids will be going through my stuff and they'll want to know what did our parents think about
Right.
the pandemic? What did they think about, COVID and all
Right.
that garbage? And it's in my journal, so they'll be
Yeah.
able to.
This year, the year that I did this, Hanukkah started on Christmas. Um, and it doesn't always do that. It really actually does that. Anyway, and this is from the first night of Hanukkah, the gifts that we gave to the kids, and we were with all of my family. So we
Mhm.
lit the candles with them and turned out all of the electricity and played games and talked with each other after saying the prayers. And it was just really neat to share that with them. But
Mhm.
we are not Jewish by heritage or, as far as I know, ancestry, but really find a lot of deep meaning in the
Yeah.
festivals that are observed in the Jewish faith, both those that are in scripture and those that have started, you know, in more recent times, even though Hanukkah starts is intertestamental,
Mhm.
um, right there in the middle.
Mhm.
Anyway,
My
um,
office mate is Jewish.
and I absolutely adore that Hanukkah comes during Christmas, duh,
Mhm.
but because the whole point is to remember that God is our enough, you know? And
Mhm.
at a time when we're trying to rush around and get stuff,
Mhm.
and for us, we work so much more during the holidays. It's nice to turn out everything and to stop and sit by the glow of the candle and just remember that He is enough. And today, in particular, It's important for me to remember he's enough because I'm stinking tired. I have makeup on, so you can't tell, but I'm really tired. And I have a lot to do still. But anyway, so some painting. That's the thing I like about Travelers notebooks is that the paper's a little bit thicker and you can add like Jetso and stuff to it. Ooh, whoops.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, I messed up my foil. But you could add stuff to them without it messing up. Yeah. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Fun stuff. Fun stuff. So, anyway. Yeah. Those are my junk journals. I really do wish I could find that one, but we'll just save it for another time. It's I used to make, well, I started making little traveler's notebooks for my sermons, and it would have my notes in it, and then I would express thoughts and whatnot.
Yeah.
And use it, when I was in the pulpit, and then have a record. So anyway.
Yeah. I have the Bible that I had in seminary. I wrote in it a lot. And it's a very nice reminder because I had journaled about 9/11 happened, and I had journaled about that. And there was some births of the class before us and the class I was in, and I have those. And then there was some deaths, and I journaled those. And it's all
a baby's birth in there.
Yes, I do. And so it's nice to look back, and when you're reading it, I'm like, I could add a lot to a Bible study that that Tom would be doing. And I'd be like, oh, this goes with this doctrine, or this goes with, and I'm like, and it got to be where it would be like, okay, do you have anything written in your Bible? Any little notes on what doctrine and stuff? So it was nice, and I have special sermons that guests had come to do, and things like that. Holiness Week, those sermons, I have those in their outlines and notes and stuff. So it makes a nice keepsake, because I'm not sure which grandparent my mom has their Bible, and that's when they used to keep the marriages and the births, and it's just it's nice to look and see, or they used to stick things in there.
Yes, I was gonna say I have my mammas and my grandmothers, and I remember as a child loving to go through my mother's Bible and leaf through and see where she had kept like a dandelion and put it in contact paper and kind of laminated it and wrote which one of us kids it was from and the date, and it's just little reminders from family about God, little reminders about his just the things that he does and the way that he moves and when he's done it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, we are going on.
I'm a Bible stuffer too. I like to, I just, and I don't know if I do, I probably do it unintentionally, and just stick that in there. And then, a year later, you're like, oh, and it brings back.
Well, and if you get a hold of somebody's Bible and you happen to have Post-its around for the next, I don't know, 10 years, you're going to be pulling stuff out. I still have Post-it notes from you in mine. So
let me tell you. I can't remember. I think did Katie and I, Katie Bernabe, we were at a conference together, and the speaker, before we broke out into small groups and we had to move chairs, had given us Post-it notes for
Mhm.
the firm that they were with. And she's sitting there and she wrote something and she put it in that person's Bible. And I saw her do it because I was sitting next to her. And I'm like, and this was like the first time I had like really met her and spent time with her. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, you're my type of person. And we sat
That's
there.
right.
And then I mean, I think, and then we took the person's Post-it note behind us, and the person,
Mhm.
so I think there was at least 100 Post-it notes in this person's, but it was Christina Trantham. That's whose
Oh,
Bible we did.
that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
And it was just all pages. And it was the same, like, call your mom today, or, call up your brother, just, or turn to this passage,
Read
you
this
know.
psalm.
Yes,
Read the
yes,
book of Job. That was
yes,
my favorite from you.
yeah,
And discuss with
yeah.
someone. And I was like, girl,
Sure.
that book is long. That book is difficult. It is weird, but I will discuss it. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh, and there was a person who didn't know that had been done to their Bible, and they were at the pulpit, and um they pulled out that Bible, and the
Everything.
scripture that they were going to read from, there's my Post-it note. And they had paused, and the wife didn't know, like, what's
Mhm.
wrong, so later I had a phone call. Yes, but I have gotten many of people,
Yeah.
and that's a good
Yeah.
fun prank.
That's a fun thing. Yeah.
Mhm,
Well,
mhm.
listen, my phone is about to die, and we've been chatting for about 30 minutes. So now might be a good time to break and hit it up next week. So,
All
thumbs
right.
up, everybody. Have a good one.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.